Mohyuddin Azam's piece, Finance Pressing Need for Political Stability, in Dawn's Business Finance Weekly, discusses Pakistan's current economic and political challenges. Azam highlights that political stability remains elusive, with the government suppressing dissent and human rights, raising concerns of potential repression under the hybrid regime. Despite signs of economic recovery, sustaining growth is difficult due to high debt and excessive government spending, compounded by political chaos and insecurity. As the budget deadline approaches, anxiety among citizens and businesses is growing. The PMLN-led coalition government led by Nawaz Sharif is preparing a budget to appease agitated Pakistanis. Nawaz, though not yet in parliament, is guiding top officials including his brother, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and daughter, Chief Minister Maryam Nawaz, through pre-budget party meetings at his home. Azam argues that Pakistan urgently needs external funding and a stable government to maintain economic recovery. However, new waves of extremism in Balochistan and KPK are being countered by the armed forces. The worsening law and order situation highlights the weaknesses of Pakistan's fractured political system and increases demand for state-funded law enforcement. The high political uncertainty and human rights violation hinder normal government functioning and harm the economy. Without political order and an end to rights abuses, both local and foreign investors will continue to distrust the current setup, making economic revival difficult. The government's economic recovery and growth hinge on entering a new IMF program soon. Meanwhile, contingency plans including securing assurances for funding from Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, and Qatar are being discussed alongside IMF negotiations. Efforts are also underway to secure early visits from officials of Qatar and Kuwait following visits from Saudi and Emirati dignitaries to ensure a 4 billion to 4.5 billion cushion for the next fiscal year. The health of the Pakistani rupee, overvalued and needing adjustment, is also a concern. The Ministry of Finance and State Bank of Pakistan must arrange substantial foreign funds to avoid dramatic devaluation jeopardizing planned monetary easing. In conclusion, Pakistan's government must pursue both IMF funding and a backup plan to secure economic stability. Economic growth indicators this fiscal year are positive, but maintaining them next year requires external funding and political stability.